It is College Radio Day here at Neumann University, International College Radio Day. Over 572 radio stations across the world, 28 different countries coming together. Radio stations, college radio stations, it's the day that we all come together. And we are very happy to have in our performance studio, local band from Westchester, Pennsylvania. They are called the GoAround. Guys, take it away.
I know you think that I shouldn't still love you or tell you that. But if I didn't say it, well, I still would have felt it. Now where's the sense in that? I promise I'm not trying to make your life harder. I'll return to where we were. And I won't put my hands up and surrender. And there will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and I always will be. And I know I left too much mess and destruction to come back again. I caused nothing but trouble. I understand if you can't talk to me again. And if you live by the rules of it's over, well, I'm sure that makes sense. And I will go down with this ship, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. And there will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be. And when we meet, which I'm sure we will, all that was there will be there still. I'll let it pass and I'll hold my tongue. And you will think I moved on. And I will go down with this ship. And I won't put my hands up and surrender. And there will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and I always will be. And I will go down with this ship. And I won't put my hands up and surrender. And there will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be. And I will go down with this ship. And I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be.
The GoAround live on Neumann Radio at media.neumann.edu. Playing tomorrow's hits today, and, well, you guys just played someone else's hit. So, Dido's White Flag. Why? Why do you love that song?
Dido's one of my favorite artists. She always has been. She's my celebrity crush.
She's your celebrity crush.
I love her voice. It's so smooth.
Let's introduce the band here. We have...
I'm Alex.
I'm Anthony.
And we have someone that doesn't want to speak.
Yeah, this is our friend Ati. We'd like to definitely thank him for doing this for us.
Came all the way from Transylvania.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. So the new album just dropped August 10th.
Yes.
And it's called Restating the Question.
Yes.
Now, let's get a little bit of history about you guys. You guys listening out in Radio World can't see, but they are the spitting image of each other. They brothers. How many years apart?
He's 2 years younger than I am,
And you are how old?
and I am 21.
Oh
Except-
my God, I'm so old.
Except I'm still 18. I'm turning 19 in like a few days.
In a few days.
And
Yeah.
I turned 21
Happy
a few days
birthday.
ago.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, he turned 21 just a few days ago. So.
So how? Oh, you too? Studio audience member just turned. So I have a question for you. How long have you guys been playing? Has it been since as long as you can remember?
Well, the answer to that question varies depending on whether you mean the band or us individually, because the band actually existed a couple of years before Anthony joined.
Really?
Yeah. We started out, my friend Jackson and I played at a talent show. We played a Switchfoot song called On Fire. And Jackson was singing and I was playing guitar because I was scared to sing at the time. And he was the singer of our band for almost a year, and he kept not showing up to practice, so I always ended up singing. Eventually, I guess he just cycled out of the band.
And then you cycled in.
And then
suppose
Anthony
so.
cycled in, yeah.
How long have you guys been playing your instruments together?
I've been playing guitar for about 13 years.
You played a lot of the instruments on the album, correct?
Correct. I played drums was my first instrument.
Okay.
So I played drums on the album because we cycled through drummers and it just wasn't working out yet. So
Those drummers, they're never reliable.
Yeah, it's kind of just me and him now officially, but
we hire out instrumentalists to play with us, like today even. So
We're very happy to have him, too. The cello adds a lot. Cello instead of bass. Interesting.
yeah, we've had trouble with bass players, and
Well, you know how
Just
close they are to
active with
drummers, so.
yeah, we have troubles with everyone who's not us, really. So
Be a part of the family or get out of the band.
apparently, yeah.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the album? We're playing "Her Love Is Like Glass," which you're going to get to a little bit later in the session. But how do you get inspired to write your music? Are you writing by yourself? Because you're singing on almost all of the songs, correct?
Yeah, primarily I'm into writing and Anthony is into arranging. So typically what will happen is I'll have like a real crappy demo version of one of my songs with a real simple guitar strum, and then Anthony comes and beefs it up and makes it sound awesome. And
Do you guys write in the same room together when he starts arranging? Are you like the Elton John and Bernie Taupin? You do stuff and then send it over to him and he fixes it.
Well, typically I have like a weird style of writing, so I actually have the syllables that I want before I have the words that I want. So I actually sing random words just to see what sound good, and then I base the song off of those sounds. So writing with anyone else in the room would be really awkward.
How about you, Anthony? What's your process when Alex gives you something? What are you doing?
well, I don't know. I kind of just listen to it and I figure out what kind of song it sounds like. Like if it sounds like a real like heavy rocking song, if it's like a real chill song, I guess. And a lot of times I go with the opposite of what I'm thinking, just, because...
Typically, I guess typically isn't the right word, but a lot of times I'll picture a song in my head way different than he'll end up arranging it. The song I Ran on the album is one of the more rock songs on the entire album, and I wrote it as a very acoustic percussive
it's
song.
a really heavy electric guitar sound on it.
Yeah, I wrote it in an open tuning. It was real gentle. I actually have the original demo recording I did, and one of these days we'll put it out somewhere. But
Nice. Who are your musical influences? Because when I was listening to the album, it goes from, chill singer-songwriter, James Taylor type things to Black Keys. I guess it was I Ran. There were certain parts of it. It almost felt like a Crazy Train riff. Like it was from everywhere. So who are your influences, and how much of it does that reflect into your music writing? Because you literally go from all over the place.
yeah.
I love it. That's like it's so awesome.
Yeah, well, this is the part where people either decide to love me or hate me.
Go for it.
But my main influences in writing are from all over the board, because growing up, my mom's favorite band was Led Zeppelin, still is. And, when I was a little kid, though, I grew up on pop, and my favorite band for like 8 years was the Backstreet Boys. So
how many of you are Backstreet Boys fans in here?
All right.
they're actually coming out with a new album, I hear.
Yes, they are. Well, I mean, they just had that Backstreet Boys' New Kid on the Block thing too, so they're still riding off the success of
I wasn't
that.
a fan of that though.
No, 98 Degrees is getting back together too for all of you boy band fans.
But
In Sync. Okay, so you guys, your favorite was Backstreet Boys. Your mom is Evelyn. So,
I mean, I love Foo Fighters, Coldplay. I mean, we like everything. So
Yeah.
Anthony's more into the electronic side of things than I am, which is where all the guitar and synthesizers come into effect in our album.
Very cool. For those of you that don't know, you're just tuning in, you're listening to Neumann Radio. It's College Radio Day, International College Radio Day, the day that college radio comes together. And Chris Martin and Coldplay are actually the spokespersons for College Radio Day. So how fitting that you came in here on a day that they're sponsoring.
All right.
Let's get to one of your songs.
All right.
Okay.
Which one do you want to go into?
This is When I Hit the Bottom.
Cool.
It's got to prepare the harmonica one moment.
It's GoAround from Westchester, Pennsylvania, live in the performance studio on Neumann Radio.
All right, this is When I Hit the Bottom. 1, 2, 3. I've been pushing myself further down, and I've been running myself into the ground, into the ground. Don't let me fall. Don't let me fall. Don't let me break when I hit the bottom. And I've been losing myself to the chances I'm taking, and I've been losing myself to the choices I'm making. Whoa, whoa. Don't let me fall. Don't let me fall. Don't let me break when I hit the bottom. When I hit the bottom. Yeah. I've been bracing myself. I'm so scared of facing myself. Don't let me fall. Don't let me fall. Don't let me break when I hit the bottom. When I hit the bottom, yeah, yeah, yeah. When I hit the bottom.
It's the GoAround here on Neumann Radio at media.neumann.edu. College Sound Professional Quality. It is College Radio Day 2012, the second annual, and the first time that it is international. 28 different countries, 572 radio stations uniting around the world to do exactly what we're doing right here, and it's promote local music. It's about breaking new artists out. And I want to go right to this question because I was talking to Alex on Saturday. I met up with him at a gig that you guys are doing at the Apple Butter Festival, which was cool. I never saw anybody churn apple butter before. It was quite an experience.
Me either.
So
I didn't even know that's how you made it.
No, guys, there was like literally this huge cauldron on fire, and they just kept stirring stuff. It was the weirdest thing ever.
Humongous.
Absolutely huge. So we were talking about the music industry, and I wanted to ask you guys, how important is college radio to breaking out bands, at least to in your mind?
As far as I'm concerned, it's the most important thing because, I mean, at least for most pop or rock groups, I mean, college kids are the target audience. It's the main group of kids who are going to be listening to you, supporting you. They have the most energy, you know?
Well, bands like the Shins, REM, U2, 10,000 Maniacs, they got their start because of college radio, you know? Any of you actually know that in here in the studio? Yes, no? Yeah. Oh, well, Ashley, because she wrote the article about it. But so college radio is about finding new artists. We were talking a little while ago, just off the air, you know, Adele. We were playing Adele at college radio stations long before you started hearing her on pop stations, you know? And that's what college radio is about. It's about experimenting and giving bands a chance. Have you been played on other college radio stations?
Oh, this is our first time on college radio, actually.
Welcome.
Yeah.
We found one.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's one of the most important things for one huge reason, and one is, you know, major record labels and, you know, big radio stations. They're kind of like the curators of what gets popular. You know, what you hear on the radio is essentially, you know, what people buy and what people listen to. And while I definitely don't have a distaste for what's on secular radio, the things on college radio, you know, the DJs play what they want to hear right off the bat, even if it's something that isn't popular and that the radio station's not being paid to play by some big record label. So it really is the music that people actually like and actually want to hear for the first time, you know?
So are you guys on a label?
We are not.
By choice, or are you having a hard time? Because you guys, it's quite apparent how talented you are.
It's a little bit of both. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Record labels, to me, can be a great thing or can be an awful thing. You know, we're really huge into owning our music, owning the rights to what we're playing, being allowed to use it whenever we want. And we've already had a couple of run-ins where people have, you know, tried to take advantage of that. They hear our songs and they see money and that's all they want. and I'm not saying that all record labels are, you know, horrible establishments and that the people who run them aren't great people, but, you know, there's definitely some shiesty ones.
You guys did this at your house, the album.
Yes. Actually, that was more or less the result of one of those experiences that we were talking about. We were recording in a studio and things went south. I'll just leave it at that. And we used a bunch of the money we had saved up to record in the studio to buy our own studio equipment. And
how long did it take you to actually record the album?
Way too long. We actually had recorded an album before this one with a lot of the same songs on it called Lifeboat, and we didn't get it mastered or anything. We were experimenting. We didn't really know what we were doing, and that one actually went fairly quickly. But this one, you know, between the struggle of being in and out of bass players and drummers, we weren't sure if we wanted to add members to the band to record the album with or if we wanted to do it all ourselves. And, you know, there were arguments about how the songs were going to go and all sorts of things. And it was this really long process. But we're really happy that it took as long as it did because there was a lot of, you know, right time, right place things that came afterwards, you know, and it was wonderful. We loved recording it ourselves. At this point, I don't know if I ever really want to go back to a studio just because having complete creative control is amazing.
Awesome.
So,
McCartney's last album, he played every single instrument. You know,
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was just like, forget the band. I'm going to do it. So, kudos to you. So, how many instruments do you play?
Well, really, I only play the guitar and the drums. I dabble in banjo because I have one and I enjoy it. My first instrument, technically speaking, was the piano, but I don't consider myself a piano player. I was forced to take lessons by my parents for 6 years, and to this day I can just, figure out Mary Had a Little Lamb,
Did you, the banjo, did you use that on the beginning of Make It Loud?
Yes, actually, one of my favorite bands is a band called Need to Breathe, and they played banjo a lot, which is the reason I wanted to get one. And one of my mom's friends, who we call our uncle because, they're so close, gave me his old banjo as a surprise. He mailed it to my house. It just showed up on our doorstep one day with a note saying, "Here's a banjo," and which was awesome. And just for the heck of it, we had already finished recording our album. We were about to send it out to be mastered, and the band Need to Breathe, they have this little intro song on their album The Heat, which is one of my favorite albums ever. And we're like, what if we wrote a little intro song? And we literally wrote and recorded that entire song in like just over an hour, and then sent it out the next day to have the album mastered. So
nice. So Anthony, you play piano, keyboards. What else? Anything else?
Well, I mean, I play accordion, which is I think
the Weird Al thing going on.
Yeah, well, of course. But I think that the accordion is kind of underestimated because it can be very versatile, using a lot of different styles that people don't realize. But this is kind of contradicting what I just said. But we haven't really found a song that it fits in yet. So.
Trust me, they're out there.
They are.
If Springsteen can keep one in the E Street Band all the time, you'll find a reason to find one.
Absolutely.
So guitar, I saw a video of you on YouTube. I think it was on YouTube, and you had this big old. Was it a? I forget what the name of it. But it was a huge guitar. What was that?
Yeah,
was it the Roland?
Roland Axe. Yeah, that thing's pretty fun. I like that. Basically,
did you use it on the album at all?
Yeah, definitely. In a few songs. It's a lot of fun to play. Basically, I'm a little too lazy to learn how to play guitar, so I play the guitar instead.
Can you actually explain to them what a guitar is? Because
Sure.
I don't know if they've actually ever seen one.
Well, it's basically just like a keyboard that you wear like a guitar. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They sell them, sell the little Casio ones. I think I had one when I was 6. You guys were recently on 104.5 in Philadelphia.
Yes.
And we were watching this, getting ready for today's session, and we love when bands do cover songs, and we saw that you did a great cover of a song by Jet. Can you tell us a little bit about why you chose that song and why you chose it again?
Well, Look What You've Done by Jet. I always have thought that was an awesome song. I'm kind of one of those like nerdy guys who loves really like emotional, like breakup-y type songs and stuff like that. and that
all the girls are going, oh.
and that song for me, like, I don't know, like it's just like the first time I heard it, there's just like such an emotion in it that I just thought was so intense in it. I've always loved that song ever since then. And we heard a couple of weeks before that Jet was breaking up. And so they had
the same reaction.
So we decided, to cover as a tribute, sort of.
Would you mind recreating it here?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, it's the GoAround on Neumann Radio on College Radio Day, doing a nice cover of Jet.
Take my photo off the wall if it just won't sing for you. 'Cause all that's left is gone away, and there's nothing left for you to do. And oh, look what you've done. You've made a fool of everyone. And oh, it seems like such fun until you lose what you had won. leave back my point of view, 'cause I just can't think for you. And I can hardly hear you say, what should I do? Will you choose? Oh, look what you've done. You made a fool of everyone. And oh, it seems like such fun until you lose what you had won. And oh, look what you've done. You made a fool of everyone. A fool of everyone. A fool of everyone. Take my photo off the wall if it just won't sing for you. 'Cause all that's left is gone away, and there's nothing left for you to do. Look what you've done. You made a fool of everyone. And oh, seems like such fun until you lose what you had won. And oh, look what you've done. You made a fool of everyone. A fool of everyone. A fool of everyone.
You're listening to Neumann Radio at media.newman.edu on College Radio Day. We have the GoAround from Westchester, Pennsylvania in studio right now, and they just performed a great cover, very great cover of Jets. Look what you've done.
Thank you.
Oh, you almost made the girls cry.
I didn't mean to.
So today is College Radio Day, and we are talking about the importance of college radio for helping to break out local bands. And I wanted to ask you guys, since you're local, Battle the Bands, was that a big thing for you guys when getting the band together? That looks like a trick question. He's like, no, don't go there.
No, the Battle of the Bands happen all the time, and we played a ton of them. I just don't like them. I think it completely destroys like the community aspect of music, and I hate it.
Could you talk a little bit more about that? You know, you were telling me the other day you were playing at the Note in Westchester a few weeks back.
Well, that was actually that wasn't us. That was me filling in for my friend's band.
Do you guys play out with other local musicians a lot?
All the time, yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about at least the community of musicians around this area, the Philadelphia area?
Well, most of the bands that we play with are from, either Philadelphia, Westchester, or some parts of Delaware, and it's just great because you hear a band that you don't know that you think is great, and they're all on the same level of you, so they're not unapproachable, kind of like, the famous people you look at. It's awesome. You could just walk right up to them, tell them they're awesome, and then get their phone number, hang out with them, and, sit in and play the songs that you just heard for the first time and that you love with them. And it's just awesome bonding experience of getting to mix and match and play together. A lot of the musicians that we play with are musicians from bands that our friends are in who help us out when we need, a drummer or a bass player. And
Don't say that too loud. These guys might come up and ask for your phone numbers afterwards.
That's all right with us.
That's okay with you?
Yeah.
By the way,
Pretty sure it's on
the
my
studio
Facebook.
audience today, I could not be more proud to have them in here. They're members of the Neumann community. They are part of the Neumann Radio station. And I teach 2 radio courses here, and my class was required to come here. And I think that this is probably the best class I've done for them because we've done no work and you just listen to great musicians. Would you guys agree? Yeah.
Thank you.
Upcoming dates. Do you guys have anything coming up that you want to promote here?
Yeah, actually, on the 19th of this month, we're playing here at Neumann.
Playing here?
Not here at this building.
Oh.
But Padrino's Pizzeria, which is right up the street from this building.
They hook us up all the time.
Yeah,
we love
well,
Padrino's.
Gina and Joe there are awesome, and I love them. So we're going to play in their shop at
That's a
7
tiny
o'clock.
place. That's going to be really fun.
Yeah, well, they've got this awesome porch, so if it's nice, we're going to play outside. And if it's cold, which it might be.
And you said it's the 19th?
Yes,
What time?
7 o'clock.
And all of this is on your website, correct?
It is www.thegoaround.com.
Now, for people that want to get your album, which you should, go support local musicians. Is it available, not just physical CD, is it also available on iTunes?
It's available on iTunes. There's only 2 ways to get it physically. One is to come to a show, which we recommend. That would be fun. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the other is on cdbaby.com, or there's a link to our cdbaby.com store on our website. So
do you guys do the social networking thing?
we do the social networking thing. Not
Cool.
very well, but we do our best.
Us either, so just kidding. So people can follow you and see what you're doing?
Yes, we have Twitter, which we try to use, but honestly, I don't really know how. We have a Facebook, which we use a lot.
We
So-
cheat. We actually linked our Twitter to our Facebook, so whenever we post on one, we post on the other at the same time.
We should probably do that.
It's so much easier.
I usually copy and paste. I never thought to link them.
I honestly couldn't tell you how I did it. I have no idea. It just works. I get my phone constantly blows up. You just got retweeted. I tweeted? I didn't know that. Can we hear another song off the album?
Yes. Fooled, is that what we have next? Yeah. All right, this is a song called Fooled.
Cool.
Two, three, four. I'm just a kid by the side of the road, and I don't know where to go. And I'm just a boy with a knack for trudging along. I'm not following the rhythm of the song, And I honestly fooled myself. I'm not fooling anyone else, And I honestly could not tell when I fooled myself, Ignorance is bliss today. I'm not listening to a word they say about me. And you can tell me I'm a fool, that I'm ugly, that I'm cruel. I don't care, as far as I'm aware. That I honestly fooled myself. I'm not fooling anyone else, And I honestly could not tell when I fooled myself, Cause I am not immune to heartbreak, despite the things I say. You are better than me. And you are perfect, you are flawless. You're everything I need to be. Yeah. And I honestly fooled myself. I'm not fooling anyone else. Fooling anyone else. Yeah. And I honestly could not tell when I fooled myself. When I fooled myself.
It's the GoAround here on Neumann Radio at media.neumann.edu. Wow. Really, really cool. Can you tell us a little bit about that song?
Yeah, actually, out of all the songs on our album, that one I probably have the biggest emotional connection to.
You can tell when you really get into it. I mean, you can see how much the words mean coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, it's hard to tell listening to it what it's about, but it's actually about the struggles that kids have in elementary school and middle school and so on with bullying and things like that. When I was in elementary school, it was a huge problem for me before we moved and all that stuff. And I don't think people realize how much their words have an effect on other people, you know? How you can you tell somebody, you know, that they're stupid or they're ugly and they believe it. They really do. And it's hard to come out of that once you are locked into it, you know? And so that song is from the perspective of the person doing the bullying, you know, not realizing that, you know, just trying to make themselves feel better and whatnot, what they're doing to somebody else and how important that is. And you know, to them it's just a game, it's just fun, but that's the lyrics. I honestly fooled myself. I'm not fooling anyone else. Everyone else can see what it's really doing. So
thank you for sharing that. Incredible song.
Thank you.
Before we wrap up, I wanted to see, does the studio audience have any questions for the guys from the GoAround? Crickets. Ree, come over here. All right, so the question was, are any of the cover songs on the CD?
Cover songs are not on the CD. We actually have a video of the Jet cover that we did on 104.5 that we'll be posting on YouTube this week. As far as White Flag goes, I don't think we've ever recorded it.
Until today.
So we'll definitely post that online.
Yeah, we'll make sure to get you everything that happened today.
Cool. And if you join our email list at thegoaround.com, we frequently send out free downloads of covers and demos and whatnot. Sometimes we have a new song. We're not sure if it should go on the next album. We demo it, see what people think of it, you know?
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Very, very cool. Any other questions? Yeah. Rob. Who's your favorite guitarist?
That's such an impossible question. I really don't know.
If you can name a couple, who do you like?
I mean, Stevie Ray Vaughan is definitely, you know, the man. Obviously, Jimmy Page. Everybody loves Jimmy Page.
I don't even play guitar, but I love David Gilmour. He's like the man. I love his style,
man. And actually, totally random, but there's this girl guitar player who's not very famous at all. Sarah Lipstate. She's in it's not really a band because it's just her, called Noveller, and it's just like she just makes cool noises with her guitar for like, the songs are like 10 minutes long. I listen to them in my car all the time, and I actually practice singing to them by just like, you know, singing notes that go along with it, like not real words. Her stuff is real, like, it's kind of trippy, and you have to be in the right mood to listen to it, but I totally dig it.
Anthony, what about favorite piano player?
Oh man, Billy Joel all the way.
Billy Joel?
I love Billy Joel. And honestly, I like Paul McCartney's piano playing. Even though he's not like classically trained or anything, I love when he sits at the piano, something cool always comes out, I guess.
When we were sound checking, you were doing some classical stuff, just kind of diddling around. Are you classically trained or no?
Yeah. Yeah, I took lessons for a long time, but my favorite is to just play by ear and just like listen to music and try to play what they
Try
play.
to mimic almost, and at least get the influence from it.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions, Christine? Yeah, how'd you get the name the GoAround?
Well, it's got two main reasons why we have that name. One, my favorite band is Switchfoot, and the name Switchfoot comes from a surfing term or a skateboarding term, to ride backwards. And I thought it was really cool because they're surfers that they named their band after something that they love. And back before I discovered that I have awful motion sickness, I wanted to be a Navy pilot in the Blue Angels. I always thought that would be awesome, and I love aviation and planes, and I think that stuff is so cool. And the go-around is a piloting term for when you come down on the runway and you miss and you have to go around and try again to land. And, so that's the blatant obvious, reason. And then it's also a very good symbolism, that second chances are always around, never give up on yourself type of thing. A big thing in our music is just to empower people. So
before you leave today, you should talk to our sound engineer back in the booth, Joe. Joe went up in NASA and he broke the sound barrier and the G forces and everything. So if you want to learn about that, like the Blue Angels and all that, talk to Joe back there. He can tell you how not fun it was.
I couldn't handle it. No way.
Any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate it. And thank you for supporting college radio as we support local music.
Thank you for having us. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for all you guys for listening. It was awesome.
Thank you. It was so great to have you here. We're going to let them close this out with the song that Neumann Radio is currently spinning. It's Her Love Is Like Glass. And real quick, before we get there, you and I were chatting about this. Apparently, this is now officially the first single off of the album. Can you tell that story?
Well, we couldn't really decide on what song to do because my favorite song to play live has always been Iran. And when I hit the bottom, we're really happy with the recording for. And then, same thing goes for this song. We couldn't decide. We gave you guys the CD. And
from Padrinos, by the way. We got it from Padrinos. That's how we found these guys.
But, yeah, you guys got the CD, and I hadn't actually spoken to anybody about, what song you guys wanted to play. I got a text from one of my friends who goes here last week or the other week just saying, hey, Her Love Is Like Glass was just on Neumann Radio. And I was like, oh, all right. I guess that's the song they picked.
I literally put it in and then emailed you saying, hey, we're doing this. Apparently your friends heard it before I actually got a hold of you.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Yeah, but that was totally cool because we couldn't decide on a song. We're like, well, if that's the song the radio station picked, I guess that's a good one to go with.
And let's end this thing on a nice stripped-down acoustic version of Her Love Is Like Glass here in the radio station. Thank you again. This is the GoAround on Neumann Radio, supporting College Radio Day.
She's beautiful, she's breakable. You never see what's on the inside. And be careful, cause once she's broken, she will cut you open. She's beautiful, she's breakable. You never see what's on the inside. And be careful, cause once she's broken, she will cut you open. Cause she's a frame that can hold the picture perfect. And her presence in your life is clear. When she falls, I hope that you can catch her fast. Her love is like glass. She's beautiful, but breakable. You never saw her coming. You had no clue just what to do when she started running. She's a frame that can hold the picture perfect, and her presence in your life is clear. When she falls, I hope that you can catch her fast. Her love is like glass. She's running away, don't let her break, don't let her break. She's running away, please, don't let her break, please, don't let her break. She's a frame that can hold the picture perfect, and her presence in your life is clear. When she falls, I hope that you can catch her fast. Her love is like, she's a frame that can hold the picture perfect, and her presence in your life is clear. When she falls, I hope that you can catch her fast. Her love is like glass. She's beautiful but breakable. You never see what's on the inside. And be careful, 'cause once she's broken, she will cut you open.
It's the GoAround from Westchester, Pennsylvania on Neumann Radio at media.newman.edu. The album, Restating the Question, available on CD Baby and on iTunes. Go get it. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of this today.
Thank you for having us.
Let's throw it back to the studio. We're going to do one of your favorite bands. We're going to throw some Paradise from Coldplay. You're listening to Neumann Radio. It's College Radio Day. Stay locked in. 6 o'clock, we have our alumni show. And at 8 o'clock, we have the open mic night down in the commuter lounge. So stick around. Thank you, guys.